Okay, everybody. So from where we last left off, we talked about the software, the MetaTrader 4, and how and its usages. Um, I've got what I tend to do with all the students is after I do a core lesson like this one we did, I then on the support lesson I go in and I test and see how much of what they know has been digested, or where you'd be struggling, for example, so I can explain it to you better or concentrate on that. So I'm just going to quickly just go through a few questions, and then I'm going to pick on Jamil and Lonnie as an example today, right, to give me the answers. So let's see if you can try and respond to it. So how would you identify the time frames of MT4? Right, so yes, exactly. So the time frames are all there, as you can see, right? And it goes. It's very good for analyzing your trades against on what the market's done in the past history, because it's all factual information. It's there. It's very powerful tool. But it's really amazing for your planning of your execution of your trade. So you can, as we talked about it, like trends tend to take place. I would say analyze trends from H4 for 4 hours, because that means there's less noise. Because obviously, if you look at the market on the minute, it's going up and down, up and down. There isn't really a trend formation happening. But from the 4 hour to towards a monthly time frames is where you look at trends. So if we just quickly look at that, you can see there's patterns here that are more visible and more consistent. So here you have, on this particular pair, you see the market hasn't decided to do anything. Okay, it's going through a sideways range, then it has jumps on an uptrend. Okay, came down, ran up. And this is consistency of each candle representing a 4 hour. Okay, so technically speaking, you've got a lot of time. If you know that generally today it's looking like a north, it's 4 hours, 4 hours. You're talking about probably a whole day and a half here of a direction, and you've done your analysis, then you're pretty much safe to say it's a long day today. Yeah, and then just trade through. Yep. hmm No. When you see this chart, okay, it only represents the base currency. So the base is the very first of the pair, and the second counterpart pair, for example, here is USD Chef, right? Okay, which is USD Swiss. So if you right, so the second pair affects the decision of what you see on the first pair, right? So actually, what you're seeing here is the US dollar going up and down against the Swiss franc. Okay, does that make sense? So you're only actually looking at a chart based on one currency, not two. But yeah, the second currency is what makes it. So let's say, for example, the Swiss, yeah, it's paired with that. So for example, the Swiss franc is gone weak at this area here. So that means the dollar is rising. So this is what you're looking at. And then when the Swiss franc is strong, then the dollar is coming down. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. I'll go through that with you in detail. Okay, a bit later. But I just want to quickly just go through this as well. Okay. Now, do you know what the Jamil? Do you know what the crosshair is? I mentioned. Yep. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'd say this is your ultimate tool for trading, for me anyway, because it gives you a lot of, it's very smooth, quick information. It gives you a quick idea, like, oh, I'm looking at this area. I see the market hitting there, coming back down. Right, it's kind of consolidating here. It's consolidating here a little bit. Okay, from around this area above it, it just smashed itself down, came back, consolidated. It's an interesting area, so I might just draw a line there because it interests me. So if the market, for example, was coming back round here, this could potentially be either it's going to break through it or it's going to reverse against it. Yeah, Okay, so this crosshair is a very useful tool. Obviously, as well, we're all about pips. So from a particular movement, you can see there where it says, if I put my if I click the button at the top and drag it down, you see where it says 552 points. Okay, ignore the last digit, so you're looking at 55 pips. Okay, so if you went on an order, let's just say you put, I don't know, £1 on your lot size on your order, that's £55